Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as well as breaking news. Michael Saylor said he will burn billions worth of his Bitcoin after he leaves this planet, giving us all a raise. So shout out to the Giga Chad. And Max Keiser says, I think I'll do the same thing. Let's go. We'll also be discussing Trump Media looks to partner with Crypto.com to launch their very own ETFs, as well as breaking news, Kentucky governor signing the Bitcoin rights bill into law. And speaking of state adoption, also Arizona strategic crypto reserve bill heads for a full floor vote. Rich dad Robert Kiyosaki calls Bitcoin the biggest opportunity in history. Says Bitcoin investors will see generational wealth. Thanks, Captain Obvious. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin going mainstream as the IMF integrates global crypto standards. That's right. Also, breaking news confirmed, according to Max Keiser, China is buying Bitcoin. Crucially, they're working with Russia to launch a gold-backed stablecoin. They don't want US dollar-backed stablecoins to undermine their sovereignty. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more here in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. What to do? Shalom. I love it. Shout out Shandy 10, the one and only, Bit on the Side, Laserface, East Afro King, Scott Guys, and shout out for Chandy for dropping the music video yesterday to Bitcoin Presidents, which will be premiering today later on the stream. And I see it blow up. I think it got more love than any of other previous songs released on X. So thank you guys for helping to support that. I think we're close to 100 likes and a massive amount of reposts. So you guys, thank you for that. Shout out Bit on the Side back from Mexico. Shout out Bitalica and the rest of the fam. There's a try stream. I am live on X, Rumble, and YouTube, and I will be streaming for the next couple of hours. Shout out Greg. Good to have you here. Now, each and every day, just so you guys know, if you're new, I pin the stream to the top of the X profile. Are we live right now? Let me see. We are. So I went ahead and pinned it, and you're going to notice it pinned at the very top. If you guys can comment and quote the live stream, I can repost it, and the CNA fam can repost it. This is how we hack the algorithm, and we orange pill more of the masses. So thank you guys in advance. I'm going to go ahead and repost everyone right now for showing love. East Afro King, come get up to date with the CNA fam. Reposted. JB is live once again. Time to pump. Shout out KZY Crypto. Much appreciated. Of course, Chandy 10, the one and only. Excited to premiere the new music video to Bitcoin Presidents here later on the stream. I wonder if the IMF is actually Mr. 100. Fantastic question, Caleb. Thank you for supporting the stream as well. Julius, let's go. And welcome, everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream. Reposted. Thank you so much, Shandy. eGenerate, I can repost it, but I don't have any followers, so I don't think it'll help. No, it does help. Believe it or not. Every single comment or quote gives me the opportunity to repost your comment and quote, and we have an army of thousands of people that watch the stream every day. It also gives them the opportunity to comment and repost your quotes. So long story short, you guys will get more followers by reposting my content, and we'll get more people orange pilled. So it's a win-win. And I have 2 accounts now on X. I have my BTC News Alerts account and my main account. I can repost you from 2 accounts. And, I have, I don't know where I'm at, close to 40,000 followers. So when you have someone with 40,000 followers reposting your little comments, which you may not have a lot of followers, that's going to, get you more followers. So let's help each other out. 88,000 and correcting. Yep. We're sitting just above 88.4. We're in the red, and I'm pretty confident we'll flip back in the green here shortly. You know how we do. There's Chandy 10. She wrote, your best day to Bitcoin pod is live. Come tap into the Bitty News. Thank you so much. And shout out Shortcoin, our one and only. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, so some of you think it wouldn't help, but it does, believe it or not. Every repost helps. Every time you tune in, it helps with the algorithm. Every single like, it actually counts. Every comment, it counts. Every repost. So I appreciate it. JB goes live and we start the pumping. Precisely. Shout out to the chairman on the board, Nippinator. Exactly. Well, consider it reposted. Maybe I will get some Bitcoin friends. You deserve it, eGenerate. Revelation. Let's show eGenerate some love. He says he just reposted the stream. So when you see his username on X, blow that up. Let's repost each other's stuff, family. 92,000 by Thursday. Just bought 500 of sats. Congratulations. Bitcoin daily tested down. 2-month plus downtrending channel. Bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce. The mayor multiple to market. Cypher looking fantastical. Equals the bull run is imminent. Let's get her. Let her rip, Tater Chip. The FOMO is starting to take effect all around the bitty world. Precisely.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack. Blue stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the bitty like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the bitty like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess.
That makes Biddy's the damn queen. Shout out Richard Howells. Welcome, brother. Shout out DNA Noonan and the rest of the Biddy fam for holding it down. Shout out Chris. Good to have you. Too many downs. I meant the top of the down. Trending channel that bounced back up. Up, down, left, right, left, right. eGenerate, what is your name on X so we can find you? Bang, bang, bang like the B-52. And just like that, we're back in the green. If that don't deserve a like, I don't know what does. I give all the credit to the chairman of the SEC. Nippinator's the one that tells me, JV, go live at 4 p.m. That's the time to do it. I listen to the chairman and just like that. It's like magic. It's like we're all Bitcoin alchemists. We're all Mikey Sailors. You feel me? But anyways, we got close to 300 people already on the stream. Shout out Indianapolis. Shout out Dakota. Good to have you on the stream. Living the Biddy dream.
That makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, 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 let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker.
But now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the Bitcoin panda.
And yo, FYI, make sure you guys are following Chandy10 as well. She's approaching 900 followers. She deserves to have 9 million followers. She produces the #1 Bitcoin music, and all the music you hear on the stream comes exclusively from her. She just dropped this brand new music video yesterday. It's blowing up, which I love to see. As you can see, 168 hearts and 83 reposts. Go to Chandy10, repost that. Let's make sure Bukele gets to see it. It's called Bitcoin Presidents, and we're going to be premiering the music video later on the stream. So thank you, Chandy, for all the incredible music. It's 8 p.m. here in Scotland when you give us the news, JV. That's what's up, brother. I appreciate you being tuned in on the other side of the world. That means the world to me. So I appreciate all the support. That's the beautiful thing about Bitcoin. It's a global phenomena, and our Biddy fam is tuned in from all over. I dare say from different dimensions. We got the ETs tuning in, of course. The B-52s formed the Athens, Georgia back in the 1976. Oh, the REM at the Athens as well, 1980. Wow. Hey, JV, I need 25 more subs. Well, DNA, you're halfway to the goal. But yeah, we need to get DNA to 50 subs as well. Feel free to drop the link. Let's show our team some love. Any moderator with a blue name, we got to show them love. Let's support them because they're here helping us support the stream every day by moderating, and they show up every day. So we appreciate our moderators. They are truly the best. Bitcoin freedom. That's in China, eh? I don't know if that's Japan or China, but I see the sign there. Pretty lit. Pretty lit. But anyways, fam, let's kick this mofo off. If you're new to the channel, important, smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. for the chairman of the SEC, Nipinator. Then ring the bell, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today is pod 1944. I'm your host, JV. It's March 25th, 2025. The market is still sitting above 88,300. Let's scope out Coin 360 and see how we doing. As you can see here in your screen, Bitcoin trading at above or roughly 88.4 on Coin 360 at the time of the live. We have Ether trading just under 2,100 in the red, XRP in the red, but it looks like the entire market's about to flip back in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.89 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap, $1.749 trillion. We got roughly 76.5 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, with Bitcoin dominance coming in at 60.7%, same as yesterday, with the Ether dominance at 8.7%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, Kronos leading the pack. And big news, Trump's team is apparently launching some form of ETFs on crypto.com, probably why it's up so much today. We'll dive into that in a little bit. It's one of our stories. We have Move up 23% and Immutable up 16%. Which alts are you bullish on for the bull? Do let me know in that live chat. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. And safe to say, we're majority green today, maybe 65 over 35, green over red. And zooming out on the monthly, unfortunately, 90% Rec City. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today we're 46 fear, yesterday at 45, last week at 34, and last month at 50, neutral. And checking out the time chain calendar, we have 160,621 blocks into the halving in 2028. And we're currently on block number 889,379. And you currently exchange one fiat monopoly tulip bulb dollar for 1,135 of the sats. To pick up the sats, put down the gas, pick up the Bitcoin caps from my man Sergio over at bitcoincaps.net. And if you don't know, now you know, broskies. And next up, we'll be pulling up some of the live charts and do our TA. ETH and XRP can stay in the red forever and I won't care, says Greg. Chandy, intense love from Richard. I was looking for your truck on my trip to Montana. I do not think your route is there. Word up. That's cool. Was it a side deal or Barbar Rubber Size Hemp, the plant saver? The plant savers is all about saving the plants. And speaking of saving the plants, happy 420 in advance. 415 here in Puerto Rico. And again, reminder, fam, this is live and interactive. And the chat feed is coming from X. I hope the Chinese want some of the biddies. And don't forget about Toshi, the cat is crouching tiger, hidden dragon style. That is right. Shout out Matt Edzards. I just reposted your comment there, and I just followed you back. Proof of work. Reminder, all comments and quotes of the live stream over on X will get reposted in real time by yours truly, and I will shout you out, and I will encourage other people to repost your comment and follow you as well, because we the Biddy crew. Let's get it. Shout out Trevor Fay. Welcome to the live stream, broski. We're the hemp world savers doing God's work. The weather is really nice in the west. Very hot here in Puerto Rico, but I cannot complain. Sunny day, but it feels like 100 degrees outside right now. It's pretty extreme. But that's why I signed up for. I like the heat. I'm bringing the Miami heat. And just like that, we're back in the green again. Nice day in Arkansas. Good to hear. Good weather. Good stuff. But anyways, Biddy fam, shall we continue? Trevor says JV is the man. Join us live. It is the best channel. Appreciate that, brother. Respect. Shout out Buzzhead. Appreciate it. Just reposted that. And Chris, one love. JV, I missed the CNA fam. 200,000 party in Montana. Okay. Let's dive into our TA, fam, our astrology for the broskies. Perfect timing. We just flipped back in the green, just conquered 88.5. Headline reads, Bitcoin flips the macro bullish amid the first hash ribbon buy signal in 8 motherfucking months. That's right. Bitcoin traders are celebrating as one of the best known Bitcoin price metrics finally flipped bullish again. Can I get a hallelujah? And shout out Capriole Investments for sharing this macro bullish event. Miners, the Biddy, look to set a comeback as the hash ribbon metric marks the end of their latest capitulation phase. The hash ribbon tracks potentially long-term buy opportunities using the hash rate when the miner profitability is at risk and the network participants retire. This forms the capitulation, which in turn leads to the long-term price reversals. These are monitored using two moving averages of the hash rate, which is the 30 and the 60-day. Capitulations correspond to the former crossing below the ladder, while the reverse is true for buy signals. And according to TradingView, the hash ribbon put in its latest buy signal March 24th, which was yesterday. It is visible on both the daily and the weekly timeframes. And here shortly, I'll pull up the live chart. And as you can see on the 1 week here, this is the macro bullish, according to Titan of Crypto. Also, the previous hash ribbon buy signal came all the way back in July of last year. At the time, Bitcoin had yet to bottom out, and it took several months before the wave of upside actually began. A similar scenario happened after the buy signal printed in August of 2023. Optimism over the latest development seemed tangible for much of Q1 of this year, but was marred by disappointing Bitcoin price action, and we literally got 1 week left until the end of Q1. And one of the most accurate midterm indicators is bullish now, says Robert Mercer. The analyst says expecting Bitcoin to go back 100,000 in Q2 of 2025. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and obviously we're only a week away before we hit Q2. Bitcoin has already begun to tease of the bullish market turnaround. And let me know if you think the bottom is in. We bottomed out at roughly 76.7 or 76 and some change. Chief amongst the signs is the RSI, which is the relative strength index, like the hash ribbon, which is in the process of returning to form after months of suppression. On the weekly time frames, the RSI confirmed the bullish divergence for the first time since September. And while the daily chart is showing a support retest after breaking through the downward trend line in place since November. And November was the most bullish month we have had of all time. We rose roughly 30,000 in fiat, which is unprecedented. The multi-month RSI downtrend is over, according to Red Capital, is outlined here. And I'm also going to pull up some of the live charts, but I want to point out Saylor recently shared he will burn billions of dollars worth of his Bitcoin. That's his legacy he is leaving behind. Max responded, "This is a beautiful and noble gesture by Saylor. I think I'll do the same. Peace and love." Now, that's fantastic. I would dare speculate Max is one of the largest hodlers of Bitcoin in the entire world. And so for him and Saylor to burn their billions in Bitcoin when they're gone just makes your Bitcoin worth that much more. So thank you, High Priest, and thank you, Mikey Saylor. And with that being shared, again, welcome everyone joining us. Over 600 people on the live stream. It's a try stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. How many of you would dare burn your Bitcoin? Let me know. And let's pull up some of the live charts here. Here we go. Here's TradingView via Coinbase. Let's start with the 1 hour and work our way back. As you can see, there's two bear targets on the screen. One is sitting at 83.8. And then we have one at 77,999. I got 99 problems. Biddy ain't one. Hit me. And checking out the 4 hour. Here, there's a lot going on. Falling wedge followed by a rising wedge. Two bull scenarios here. 113.7 for a double bottom top. And then we have one here at 105.471, which is the falling wedge. And then we have a couple of bear targets. One at 83.8. And another at 78. And zooming out from the 4 hour, I'll take a look at the daily. The daily chart. Yesterday was a green close. Day before was green. The day before that was green. So we're building some bullish momentum, which we love to see. There's a rising wedge here, followed by a falling wedge. Two bull scenarios, one at 113 and then one at 113.7. And zooming out from the daily, taking a look at a weekly, we still have the cup and handle target, which has been in play for months on the weekly chart. And yeah, the past couple of weeks have been green candle closes, and already for the new week, we're already forming a green candle, which is a good sign. The bullish momentum may be back. And zooming out, we'll take a look at the monthly. And as you know, unfortunately, February was a very bearish close. But thus far for the month of March, we're in the green. Let's see if we can maintain and finally have a bullish monthly close, which we haven't seen in a couple of months. And if you don't know, now you know. But let me know where you feel the Bitcoin price action will likely take us next. And our next story we'll dive into is the Trump media looking to partner with Crypto.com to launch ETFs. Hence why Kronos, which is the Crypto.com token, is up so significantly today. We'll be diving into that story next. Let's get it. What's good? Hope there is no reincarnation, says Adam. We now have the CME gap around the 40 84.5 range. Oh, do we? Only thing I will buy is a new MC, says Ryder Well. The resurrection, not reincarnation. It's the global insurrection against banker occupation. Hang the bankers. We're running out of patience. Start with Jamie Dimon. We're sick of all his statements. Put the shit up on Netflix and respect this. Pet rocks on the checklist. Off with his head. Rock that bitch on my necklace. Stacking bits for my breakfast. Stacking bits like I'm reckless. Stacking bits like it's Tetris. How do you like those bars? Thanks for inspiring me. When I saw the word resurrection, that was like an autoplay. So I appreciate it, Richard. I'm going to check the X feed again. A reminder. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. All comments and quotes will get reposted. Let's blow up the stream, family. Let's get her. Get her did.
You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bruh?
Let me know.
Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like Satoshis. In El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the biddy like Gohan. Living in a huddle house, we're not the pawns.
Going, let's biddy up, hey, bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Huddle house strong, yeah, we built it this way, no one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's dripping like a new Scottie Pippen 80 G's. We're royalty, biddy kings and queens, manifesting the kingdom that's finally come, playing chess moves. Checkmate, we won.
We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Freedom flows, IMF can't hold us no more.
Speaking of the IMF, fuck the IMF. Gonna break out of the homemade wine. Oh, snap. What about the moonshine? Shout out to the mods. Shout out Mr. Corvette. Good to have you here, brother. Welcome, welcome. My choice of drink today, I got the ginger drink, of course, the lemon, ginger, pineapple, and the 9.5 pH alkaline water. Jose Cuervo, eh? Damn, JV, you got bars, huh? I've always been a rapper honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard, hitting them up faster than the Bitcoin panda. Pump watch, I don't know, bro. We'll see. Let's see how we do over the next couple of hours. El Salvador stuffed to the IMF. But anyways, let's continue the latest from the Trumpster in the headlines. And Crypto.com looks like a little partnership to launch some ETFs. I haven't even read the story yet, but the headline absolutely caught my attention. The headline here reads, Trump Media looks to partner with Crypto.com to launch ETFs. That's right. Trump Media signed a non-binding agreement with Crypto.com to launch a series of ETFs in the United States. Trump Technology Group Corp., the operator of the social media platform Truth Social and fintech brand Truth.fi, is also a part of their agreement, which is subject to regulatory approval. According to the March 24th statement from Trump Media, the parties plan to launch the ETFs later this year through Crypto.com's broker-dealer, Forest Capital US LLC. The ETFs will consist of digital assets and securities with a made in America focus, which ultimately means, I guess, coins which were minted in the States. Crypto.com will provide the infrastructure and custody services to supply the cryptos for the ETFs, which may include a basket of tokens. I'm going to speculate Melania and Trump meme coins are going to be a part of that, including Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, XRP, and Kronos. The parties involved expect the ETFs to be widely available internationally, including in the United States, Europe, and Asia across existing brokerage platforms. Quoting the Crypto.com CEO Chris, once launched, these ETFs will be available on the Crypto.com app for more than 140 million users around the world. The ETFs are anticipated to launch alongside the slate of Truth.fi separately managed accounts, with TMTG also planning to invest in it with its cash reserves. The potential ETF launch would mark yet another crypto-related endeavor involving U.S. President Trump. However, Democratic lawmakers say the conflicts of interest have already arisen between Trump's presidential duties and the Trump Organization's ownership of the crypto platform. World Liberty Financial, in addition to the official Trump meme coin that launched 3 days before he was inaugurated, House Representatives Gerald Connolly recently referred to the Trump token as a money grant. Pretty accurate. That has allowed Trump-linked entities to cash in on over $100 million worth of trading fees. Democrat Maxine Waters, everyone's least favorite Dem, also criticized Trump's meme coin on January 20th, referring to it as a rug pull. Well, she's actually right here. That represented the worst of crypto. I mean, I dare say maybe the Haktua coin was a more despicable launch, but you tell me, what are your thoughts on that? And what are your thoughts with the partnership with crypto.com launching ETFs along with Trump Media and for the altcoins and the baskets and the cryptocurrencies of choice we referenced? Let me know your thoughts and I'll read your comments out loud. And next stories, we'll be diving into the state adoption between Kentucky, and then we'll dive into Arizona, then the updates from Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki, and then we'll be discussing Bitcoin going mainstream with the IMF integrating crypto into global standards, along with the breaking news confirmed China buying Bitcoin. Max says they're working with Russia to launch a gold-backed stablecoin, and we'll cover all those things related. And again, welcome everyone joining the live stream. I want to do my own choice of charity work with part and give the other part to my son one day. Gotta let her grow first, but never selling, only spending when the time is right. Thank you for sharing there, Chandy. Appreciate that, because I want to enjoy my life too. So Michael Saylor, my understanding is he has no kids. So his thinking is Bitcoiners are his kids. And so he's just going to leave it all to the Bitcoin network. Now, Max, I don't believe has any kids. I could be wrong, but I've never heard of a Max and Stacy child out there. So maybe their thinking is, yeah, we'll just leave it to the Bitcoiners. We'll leave it to JV and Chandy and the Nippinator and the CNA fam. The SEC categorized meme coins as trading cards like Pokemon cards. I don't have a problem with that. Pokemons. Trump should not be playing in the meme space. Why? Libra. Is there a correlation, by the way? President level shitcoin mania. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't make any logical sense why he would want to be involved in a meme coin. He obviously doesn't need the money. He's not in it to make the money. So why put out the meme coin? Is he just trying to make his team of insiders rich? Is it a play from Barron and Eric? Is he kind of being forced to do it for his family? Like, hey, Uncle Trump, let's get rich. Launch a meme coin. We'll snipe out everybody and make a killing. Who knows? Go Nippinator. All hail the Nip. But yeah, we saw what happened to Libra coin. Not a good look for Javier Malay. That's for certain. Shout out Joseph. Welcome to the live stream, brother. The pod is live. Thank you for sharing, Chandy, and thank you for reposting other people's comments and quotes. We can keep reposting. We got 800 people here already, so people are flowing in, which we love to see. But I guess we'll move on. Money, JV. Always money. It is never enough, even when you're rich. You make a good point, Mr. Corvette. I think after having all the money, though, power is next, right? After you have all the money, money means nothing. You already have access to the entire world. Then next up, it's just power. And power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. A wise man once said. Tiger Woods behind the Trump coin. Tiger Woods, eh? Actor done. Never saw me with another coin loyal to the biddy. Facts. Tell him, Chandy. Trust not in meme coins or most, if not all the alts. Why? You don't own 50% of them, and you are nothing more than liquidity. Good point, brother. But yeah, let's continue with the news. Here's what's happening in Kentucky. Kentucky governor signs the Biddy Rights Bill into law. You should be able to see here on your screen. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear has signed a measure known as the Bitcoin Rights Bill into law, enshrining protections for crypto users as two other U.S. states' Bitcoin reserve legislation advances. Crypto advocacy group, the Satoshi Action Fund, said in a March 24th statement that the House Bill 701 protects the right to self-custody, run a node, and use digital assets without fear of discrimination. First introduced to the Kentucky House by Rep. Adam Bowling on February 19th, HB 701 description says it safeguards the rights, states to use digital assets and self-custody wallets and bans local zoning changes that discriminate against crypto mining. That sounds dope. And at the same time, the legislation provides guidelines for running a crypto node. How many of you run a node? Let me know. And excludes crypto mining from money transmitter license requirements and specifies that mining and staking are not considered offering or selling a security. The bill passed Kentucky's House of Representatives February 28th, with all 91 reps voting in favor, and passed the state Senate March 13th, with all 37 senators voting in favor. It was then signed into law by Bashir on March 24th. Now, Kentucky has also introduced a bill to establish a Bitcoin reserve, allowing the State Investment Commission to allocate up to 10% of excess state reserves into digital assets, including Bitcoin. And the bill is currently still under review. Meanwhile, Oklahoma's House Bill 1203, known as the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, passed the state House Representatives 77-15, according to the crypto advocacy group, the Oklahoma Bitcoin Association. The bill was introduced in the Oklahoma House of Representatives January 15th by Cody Manyard and passed the Government Oversight Committee with a 12-2 vote February 25th. It must now pass through the Senate before the Oklahoma governor can veto or sign the bill into the law. Oklahoma State Senator Dusty Devers also filed legislation January 8th that would allow residents in the state to receive salaries in the biddy. Cool. And Bitcoin legislation tracker group Bitcoin Laws said in a March 24th post, Oklahoma has now moved into equal second place with Texas in the state Bitcoin reserve race. As outlined here, it looks like it's Arizona, Texas, and Oklahoma leading the race. Arizona remains in the lead after two strategic digital asset reserve bills cleared the Arizona House Rules Committee March 24th. That was big news yesterday. Headed to the House floor for a full vote. And speaking of Arizona, that'll be our next story. Bitcoin Law speculates that because Republicans dominate the Oklahoma Senate and the governor is a Republican, the bill has a good chance to pass into law. Also, Missouri Special Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs is also in the process of evaluating the state's Bitcoin reserve bill according to the Bitcoin laws. And if you don't know, now you know. Broskies. Tiger dating Trump's niece. Oh, are they really dating? I saw something like that. I didn't know if it was real news. So it's Trump's niece-in-law. That's interesting. Well, Trump loves golf, so now it all makes sense. I am 6'1". Does that make me a tall coin? Yeah, you're a tall coin, Adam. You are definitely a tall coin. I'm virtually a midget in comparison to you. Does that make me a short coin? I guess that's where you got the analogy from. Shout out short coin. 88,000 and in the green. We're up $9 on the day. That's what's up. We're winning over here. Again, welcome everyone on the stream. 900 people here. It's a try stream. We're still live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Brian says the biddy is going up forever. And you may ask me, yo, JV, we understand you love Bitcoin. It's the greatest ever exists. It's the undisputed champion. It's the champ king. But what about the second best? Here's my answer.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied.
I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
And it goes, da-doing, doing, doing. Breaking news just in. Speaking of the Giga Chad, Strategy closes 711 million STRF share sale, unlocking more capital to buy more Bitcoin. Let's go.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Do you know what forever means? Let me know what that means.
Take all
That means eternity.
your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you
ain't buying Bitcoin, what are you doing with your life? Bitcoin is a beach ball today. Whop! That's right. You try to suppress it, and it bounces right back. Mission Women of the Planet, get a kid from Sailor. Yeah, he's too smart, though. He knows better. Sailor's practically a monk from Shaolin. So try to persuade him, ladies, and best of luck. It's going up forever, Melda. Speaking of Melda, shout out to Melda. Exactly. Infinity means the same as the Ethereum supply. They can print forever. No different than the US dollar. It means it's going to 1 million, Laura. Precisely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pretty bitty guna. After money is altruism. Well, for good people. However, I dare say most of the people who get their hands on a lot of money are not altruists, meaning doing what's good for humanity. They end up being tainted or blackmailed. Gilligan's Island come into play. That's kind of the problem with the world. All the influencers with the wealth get blackmailed by very evil forces. Let's just say the dark forces. And if they don't play ball, you know what I mean? What happened to all of Hillary's friends? What just happened to that lady from the Biden administration that was investigating something I won't bring up on the YouTube? That's the problem with the world, right? I don't think everyone's evil, but unfortunately, the evil that does run the planet blackmails any people of influence or of wealth, and if you don't play your role, you either get canceled physically or metaphorically. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Corvette. Let's strike the gong, and you got it. We'll play ADGs later, but of course, we got to play Bitcoin Presidents. We're going to premiere the music video, and maybe after we play the brand new music video to Bitcoin Presidents, we'll play the ADGs music video. Thanks for inspiring it, Mr. Corvette. This gong strike is for you, broski. Bang, bang. Conspiracy theories in Bitcoin. This place can't possibly get any better. You found your home. Exactly, eGenerate. And that's why I love Bitcoiners. You guys get it. Most people, it's like the Walking Dead, blind leading the blind. At least you guys understand what I'm saying. I can't even have conversations with regular people. They're just like, what? JV, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Fix the money, fix the world. What are you smoking, bro? The dollar's perfect. It's been around for 100 years. Yeah, I mean, Nippinator knows, though. 95% great people, tainted by the 5% evil. Well, I dare say that the evil forces that control the planet is such a small, it's not even 5%. It's like 0.0005% type. Yeah, I mean, very small group of people. But the blackmail is real. You guys saw the Gilligan Islands list, right? And that was the redacted version. Just imagine the real version. It's just everyone's blackmailed. And I would dare say if you don't play their game, evil things happen to your family. So everyone plays the game, minus a handful of people who are always the people who end up in prison, like Edward Snowden and Julian Assange, and you know how the game played. You know what I mean? I'm preaching to the choir here. But anyways, Justin Bieber, unfortunately, he was groomed very early by Diddy. It's very sad. And yeah, of course he's black. They're all blackmailed, bro. You saw that meeting where Diddy meets up with them, and the first thing he does to check and see if he has a wire? Because they're all blackmailed. All of them. You want that level of influence, you got to play the game. And that's the game, unfortunately. That's why I respect and look up to people like Max Keiser so much. He's not tainted. He's not controlled. Max is more successful than Elon Musk. But you're like, JV, Elon Musk he's the wealthiest person on the planet. Yes, but he's a government puppet, right? He's a government puppet. The government can turn off all of his money the moment he decides to stop playing ball and playing the game and stop acting and playing the role he was appointed to play. You can't shut off Max. He's not controlled. He created his wealth outside of the system. Can't say the same for Elon. They're not the same. They're not like us. We're not like them. We're Bitcoiners. And that's what makes Bitcoiners such a powerful force. You know what I mean? Let me know if that's making sense right now. It only takes one rotten apple to ruin the entire barrel. Vinegar, anyone? Good point. I was listening to Joe Rogan yesterday on my drive home, and he has already asked Ross to be a guest on the show. I think Ross is hanging low. Yeah, I'm sure when he comes around to it, Ross will be speaking out again. But yeah, shout out Ross. I'm glad he's a free man. never deserve to be in prison. Crypto truth alerts. I like the ring. I like the ring of that. Max in El Salvador, I prefer to be poor. Shout out Rocks. 88. Just kidding. Of course. How many Bitcoin does Max have? That's a mystery and we'll never know. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. I would speculate he's the largest Bitcoin holder along, obviously with his partner in crime, Stacey Herbert. But I would dare speculate that he's the largest Bitcoin holder in the world. And what do I base that on? Well, in 2013, he famously came out and said, I'm a Bitcoin millionaire. And in 2013, if you were a Bitcoin millionaire, look up the price action and how much Bitcoin has appreciated since then. You run the math. You know what I mean? Ross did run a very questionable website, Silk Road, but so did many others that are free. Exactly. He was targeted very clearly, right? But I would dare say Max and Stacy may have more Bitcoin than Satoshi's wallet. Wallets, that is. I mean, who else was walking around gifting people 10,000 Bitcoin? Here you go. Here's 10,000 Bitcoin, my friend. Nobody is the answer except Max. So, estimate 300,000 Bitcoin. Decentralized wealth beats centralized wealth 100%. 100%. Decentralized wealth is real. It cannot be taken away from you. Max's wealth cannot be stolen from him. Elon's wealth could be turned off in an instance. You know what I mean? All he has to do is wake up and say, I'm not going to pretend space is real and that we're really sending rockets to the moon and rescuing astronauts from space. And then he gets cut off. All his money's gone. All his corporations ghosted, right? Because he's an actor. But I digress. I know everyone loves Elon as if he's the savior. And how dare you, JV? We praise him around here. Is what it is. My opinion. My podcast. Anyone pushing space as being real, red flag. Bullshit. But anyways, next story. You guys ready? Alex Jones getting 10,000 Bitcoin from Max Keiser, and he lost his seed. Lost in a boat accident. Lost it in a laptop accident. Sorry. Tax that, suckers. Finished the plumbing. Oh, congrats today, JV. Ready for the washer and the dryer. Well done. How dare you, JV? We praise him round yonder. Exactly. You are the best, JV. Cheers, brother. Speaking the truth. I'm just telling you what I feel. Anyways, next story of the day. We discussed Kentucky. Now, let's discuss Arizona. Headline reads, Arizona Strategic Crypto Reserve Bill heads for the full floor vote. That's right. 2 strategic digital asset reserve bills in Arizona cleared Arizona's House Rules Committee March 24th and are now headed to the House floor for the full vote. The bills together, if passed into law, would clear the way for Arizona to establish strategic digital asset reserves composed of existing assets confiscated through criminal proceedings and additional to new invested public funds. The Republicans hold a 33-27 majority in Arizona's House of Reps, giving both bills a decent chance of passing, so that's a major deal. However, according to the Bitcoin laws, the final hurdle could be the state's Democratic governor, them damn Dems, Katie Hobbs. Hobbs has a history of vetoing bills before the House, having blocked 22% of the bills last year, the highest rate of any state governor. Now, the 2 bills recently approved by the Arizona House Rules Committee are the Strategic Digital Assets Reserve Bill and the Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act. The Strategic Digital Asset Reserve Bill focuses on establishing a strategic digital asset reserve made up of the digital assets seized through criminal proceedings to be managed by the state's treasurer. The treasurer would be limited to investing no more than 10% of the fund's total value each fiscal year. However, they would also be able to loan the fund's assets in order to increase returns, provided that doing so doesn't increase financial risks. The Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act specifically deals with Bitcoin. The bill proposes allowing Arizona's treasury and state retirement system to invest up to 10% of its available funds into the pretty low biddy, going up forever, Laura. And additionally, SB 1025 would also allow for the state's Bitcoin reserve to to be stored in a secure, segregated account inside the Federal Reserve Bitcoin, or the Federal Bitcoin Reserve, should one be established. And while Arizona is now considered to be leading the race of the established state-based digital asset reserves, several other states are hot on its heels. On March 6th, the Texas State Senate passed the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill by a vote of 25-5. The Texan bill still needs to pass the House to get the governor's signature to pass into law. Following the vote, a new bill was introduced by Democrat Representative Ron Reynolds to cap the size of the previously uncapped reserve to $250 million. Utah also recently passed the Bitcoin legislation, as we have detailed, but all references to the establishment of the strategic reserve were removed at the last moment. What kind of shenanigans is that? Meanwhile, Oklahoma House passed the bill for the Bitcoin Reserve Bill HB 1203, as we previously covered, alongside Kentucky, as the adoption continues. And if you don't know, now you know. State adoption coming faster at the state level than the national level, obviously. But we'll see as the race continues, game theory in full effect. Let's go Arizona. Shout out Justin Sane, the Oracle Magic Money Computers. Hey, he is awkward as what? Precisely. He's an actor. 75 degrees in Idaho is summer. Wow, 75 is freezing. It must be snowing out there, Shortcoin. But yeah, here it's like over 100 degrees in the summer, and in the winter it's like 80s. But to me, that's perfect weather, so I'm not complaining. He is an effing melon. What is a melon exactly? A melon head? Just because I am crazy does not make me wrong. Word up. Smash the likes. Thank you, guys. We just surpassed over 1,000 people on the stream. We got 2 more stories to share with you. Shout out Chandy10. We're going to be premiering her brand new music video called Bitcoin Presidents, which is blowing up on X here just a little bit. Thank you, Brian, again, and thank you, Chandy. Just hit you both with a repost. Much appreciated. 75s is 100 in Idaho. Word. Beautiful scenery out there, by the way. I got your photo in the snow with the cabin, and it's almost like surreal, almost like a painting or something like that. So very beautiful out where you live. 80s here, South Carolina, beautiful weather. I dig it, Oracle. 45 in Wisconsin, way too cold, brother. I don't know how you do it. It's 100 everywhere else. Damn it. Short, we're 39 here in PR. Looking better and better. Yeah, man, Puerto Rico weather. If you're into the heat, do you think the same person that named melons also named lemons? I don't know who Melons is. Elon head. Oh, melon head. I get it now. Meaning he has a big head. Or perhaps Texas. Well, there are some benefits to Puerto Rico besides the beautiful weather. You know what I mean? And besides it being a beautiful tropical paradise here in the Caribbean, there's some advantageous tax laws, as you may or may not know. You may want to look up Act 60. For those who qualify, you may be able to benefit from 0% capital gains tax on all your crypto, as well as instead of paying a federal income tax on your business, if you're a business owner, you could ultimately be exempt from that and instead pay a 4% local corporate tax on your profits versus, theoretically speaking, 30 to 40% in federal income taxes. New York is just crazy, broski. JB, thank you. Can't wait to start working on the cabin. Congratulations. Very excited for you. Big brain Brian, eh? Can't wait to move here. They're going to speed the process up now. Word up.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking the biddy like BTC OGs. Stacking BTC on Lightning with no fees. Stacking BTC like Snoop Dogg rolls weed. Stacking BTC like Scarface with a nosebleed. Stacking BTC
like Shinobi, nobody knows me. He got water in the brain like a melon. Craziness, yo. But anyways, let's continue. Here's the latest from the rich dad, Robert Kiyosaki. He made a very interesting Bitcoin post earlier. I don't know where that sound's coming from. Do you guys hear crackling in the audio? It just started coming in out of nowhere. Strange. I don't know where it's coming in from. making all these weird squirmish gremlin sounds. I don't know if you guys heard what I just heard. It was very strange. And then the audio muted and died. It was very odd. So let's strike the gong to get rid of all these dark forces of evil trying to stop our progression here. It's unacceptable, lizard folk. This gong strike is for all you evildoers out there. Batman's coming for you. Let me know if it's better now. I don't hear any weird disturbance in the Force, young Jedis, but I just want to make sure. So let me know we're good and we'll continue. I'm back. Heard it. Yeah, it was super strange. It was all this crackling. First time ever. Never heard that before. We froze a few times, but we didn't have the weird disturbance in the Force. Just strange. Well, your stuff is being surveillance and gets... Yeah, exactly. They're probably monitoring, watching the stream, tap the phone lines, the microphones, everything. They're like, eventually he's going to say his 24-word recovery phrase and we'll get all of his biddies. Damn lizard folks have no idea who they're playing with. Nippinator's on the attack. Don't make me summon up the Bitcoin rooster dragon. Fuck around and find out. Might be a faulty cable. No, the cable's fine, brother. It's perfectly back. Nothing to do with the cable. Same cable as every other episode. Sounded like a Bitcoin cash register. But we're good now, so it's all good. We'll summon the rooster dragon, Shandy, if we have to, as a backup. But now let's continue where we left off. Here we go. Next story of the day, rich dad Robert Kiyosaki calls Bitcoin the biggest opportunity in history and says Bitcoin investors will see generational wealth. And let's just get right into the tweet. Here's what he wrote. Why poor people remain poor. Most of us have heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. Yet, the main reason poor people remain poor is due to FOMM, fear of making mistakes. The biggest opportunity in history is here. Bitcoin has made easy for everyone to become rich, yet most people with FOMM will miss one of the greatest wealth creations in history. If history is any indicator, the FOMO crowd investing in Bitcoin will accelerate into generational wealth. If history is any indicator, the FOMM, fear making the mistakes crowd, will wait till Bitcoin passed 200,000 this year and say, Bitcoin is too expensive. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the people I follow and learn them. People I learn or follow are Jeff Booth, Michael Saylor, Samson Mao, Max Keiser, Donald Trump, Cryptos R Us, Mark Moss, Bitcoin Zella. It's filled with priceless wisdom. Just add CNA in there, brother. Larry Leopard, Kathy Wood, Raul Pao, Anthony Scaramucci, and so many others. Then listen to those who trash the Bitcoin. Once you learn from those who love Bitcoin and those who hate Bitcoin, then you decide. The best news is on Crypto News Alerts. The most important financial education is no longer from schools or Wall Street. And thank God for that, because the public/government education system is designed by the Rockefeller Foundation, and they most definitely do not have your best interests at hand. The best news is the best information on the tube. CNA, JV, and the Nippinator. And it's 100% free. Do not be in the fear of making mistakes crowd like a sucker. Most of this crowd are not stupid. Many are highly educated. Book smart, yeah? Yet many have been taught our schools that people who make mistakes are stupid. How does a baby learn to walk if they do not fall 10,000 times, I dare add? They would never walk and crawl all their lives. And if school teachers taught babies to walk, that is why most school teachers are like my poor dad, highly educated, but poor. Get smart, get educated for free. Take care. Very profound message coming from Rich Dad there. So let me know your thoughts. I do agree. If people didn't have the fear of making the mistakes and Bitcoin past 200,000, they wouldn't say Bitcoin is too expensive. They'd be like, damn, that's a great buying opportunity. BTFD, bottom and freaking dip, and follow in the playbook of Mikey Saylor. And Kiyosaki also said he was unloading his gold and silver. About time, brother, to accumulate more Bitcoin. And he also predicts Bitcoin soaring way past 200,000 this year, quoting him here. I am switching as fast as I can out of gold and silver into the Biddy because I think Bitcoin in 2025, it'll probably go to $250,000 per coin. And if you don't know, Now you know, broskies. Shout out Rock. He just sent a super in the Bitcoin Orange from the Bitcoin Rockefeller Foundation. Respect, brother. Greatly appreciate the support. Thank you. Yeah, that'll segue perfectly into this song.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People
that use fiat
as a store of value. What do we call them, folks? Rock? You nailed it. You nailed it. Shout out Fresh, shout out Sandman and the rest of the fam. Next, we're going to dive into our feature story of the day as we hit the top of the hour. Give it up for the NIP. Smash the likes for the NIP. Repost for the NIP. Now, my only concern now, Chandy, is now that my audio device got messed up, I may not be able to play the video. The audio might not work, but we'll give it a go when the time comes. That's my only concern now. Every time that's happened, my audio just doesn't work properly later when I play videos. There is no second best. Exactly. But if worse comes to worse, I'll just tell everyone to watch it on X again and we'll blow it up even more. So either way, we're going to get some play time. Nippinator! You gotta keep them nippinating. Exactly. It will work. We'll force their cards. We'll force their hands. They don't stand the chance. We summon the Bitcoin Rooster Dragon and we say, hey, you listen to me. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go and you're going to listen. And if you don't listen, we're going to send you to Bukele's prison with the rest of those criminals and drug traffickers, those anti-money laundering tax avoidance. I have a bug out cabin now. It's also, I was going to ask you, I thought I saw the solar panels on the side of the photo. That's so awesome. Is it 100% solar? So cool. Yeah, Nippinator's just living his best life. You know how he does. Flex on him. Exactly. You might have to summon the Rooster Dragon. Game on. I have a taco, no Diddy Tacoma. No Diddy. Enlighten us, please. I'm going to check the X feed one more time and then we'll dive into our feature story and the latest from the high priest himself, Max Keiser. One more call to action for your boy here. If you guys can comment, quote, or repost any of those 3 actions on X, it does help out tremendously. And thank you, because right now there's 19 hearts and 20 reposts. That's more than 100% like to repost ratio, which is really unheard of. So I greatly appreciate you guys for supporting the stream. This is a big story. We're talking about China buying Bitcoin, Russia buying Bitcoin. We're talking game theory. You feel me? Global hash war, the biggest of the biggest. Let's blow this mofo up. Don't make me summon the Rooster Dragon. Yes, JB, 100% solar. Fantastic. Well done. That's the way to do it. Does that theoretically make you off the grid? Meaning you don't need an energy company to have internet and live your best life? Because if so, that's pretty amazing. Nope, don't want to go to CCOT. Yeah, hell no, right? Yeah, probably the last place you'd want to be. Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. And, yeah, it's crazy. Cray-cray, as they say in the hood. You guys ready? Are y'all ready for this? Dun, dun. I just finished David Icke's The Reveal, and it blew my mind. He's my favorite truth. What's the term I should use? It's not truth seeker, but truth revealer. I believe he has the world stage figured out most accurately than any other influencer. I don't believe David Icke is tainted. I can't say the same for anyone else as far as major influencer. Like, even in my opinion, Alex Jones is controlled opposition. As much as I love Alex, they got to him. I'm pretty confident of that. Yeah, I mean, David Icke, I believe, is not only genuine, but I don't believe he's been blackmailed. One of the few out there who I would consider a smart, intelligent man who's been a whistleblower for decades. Yeah, I mean, so shout out David Icke. I'm a fan. No tax on crypto. Both Russia and China banned Bitcoin just a few years ago, and now I trust them. OTAS in Venezuela and amongst others piss off. Word. What up, poor peeps? Shout out to the Dusty Hunt. Look at the Antarctic thing I sent you on XJV. Thank you, Oracle. I got some catching up to do on that, and I appreciate that. I'm very familiar with the Antarctic Treaty, and they're definitely hiding. I won't get into it right now. We're on YouTube. But I'm pretty confident I know what they're hiding and what's really going on out there. The best stock that will be in the Sweet 16, eh? Have I missed the story of the day? No. Perfect timing. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. I was just waiting to surpass 1,200 live viewers, in which we just surpassed. So now, without further ado, now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin goes mainstream. The IMF integrates crypto into their global standards. That's right. This is a pretty big deal. And also, Max just recently tweeted today, confirmed China is buying Bitcoin. I repeat, confirmed China is buying Bitcoin. Crucially, they are working with Russia to launch a gold-backed stablecoin, which was our featured story yesterday. If you missed it, make sure to check it out on yesterday's pod. They don't want a US dollar-backed stablecoin to undermine their sovereignty. This is off the back of the news shared at the Bitcoin Conference Asia. It shows China is holding closed-door meetings on strategic Bitcoin reserve. Trump advisor says David Bailey. The game theory is playing out, hence the term coined by Max Keiser many years back, global hash wars in full effect. And also, as it shares here, billionaire Max Keiser just said China and Russia are buying Bitcoin. This is getting wild. And it only makes sense. Trump, the leader of the free world, just fully embraced Bitcoin, establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and signing the executive order. Of course, the president of Russia and China and all over the world are having these conversations. It's called game theory. It's called the global hash war. Now, he also points out here that the cost of Trump's juvenile crypto behavior is that he opens the door to global settlement layer dominance by Russia and China with their gold-backed stablecoin, and the US dollar gets crushed. This was a repost off the back of Predator's post. The Trump family launched an ICO. They announced a DeFi protocol, announced a stablecoin, launched various meme coins, launched various NFTs, got board seats in crypto companies, performed M&A talks with crypto exchanges, announced they're launching their own crypto ETFs, as we announced today. The only thing they haven't done yet is launch a better Bitcoin. Just warning you of the shit show that is probably coming your ways. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. But let's dive a little deeper into the IMF adopting the BIDI. Global regulators have set the first set of wide-ranging rules to measure cryptocurrency transactions, reflecting a major transformation in the reporting of digital assets movements at the national level. The International Monetary Fund, better known as the IMF, recently issued its 7th Balance of Payments Manual, bringing forth uniform regulations to monitor Bitcoin and other virtual currencies. According to the IMF reports, more than 160 nations came together to create a new framework that fills an enormous gap in monitoring digital asset flows. Cryptocurrency transactions, which are estimated to be in the trillions of dollars every single year, have long been unrecorded or irregularly reported. The guide proposes a comprehensive classification system for cryptos. Bitcoin, for example, will be accounted for as a non-produced, non-financial asset, the same way nations account for land or natural resource rights. Stablecoins such as Tether USDT will be identified as financial instruments, while crypto services like mining and staking will be classified under computer services exports. And as announced right here, let me read this tweet to you as soon as it loads up on your screen here. IMF updates crypto classification and global finance. The International Monetary Fund updated its Balance of Payments Manual, which is BP M7, to better account for digital assets. Bitcoin is now classified as a non-produced, non-financial asset, while stablecoins and tokens with liabilities are considered financial instruments. The update also recognizes staking rewards and validation services as income, reflecting crypto's growing economic role. So there you have it. Two nations have taken significant steps in crypto governance. We have the United States, which just formed a strategic Bitcoin reserve. They currently hold roughly 2,000 Bitcoin, but unfortunately for the United States, 100,000 of them belong belongs to Bitfinex, which means they really only hold 100,000 Bitcoin, which means North Korea has more Bitcoin at their government level than the United States due to the North Korean Lazarus, hacking group. So game theory in full effect. In the meantime, El Salvador persists with his Bitcoin plan. The nation amassed 6,125 Bitcoin worth 538 million, even after inking the recent 1.4 billion deal with the IMF back in December that called for restrictions on crypto transactions. Bukele said he's not slowing down. He's going to continue to buy the Bitcoin, so nothing has changed there. These national crypto reserves, as per the new guidance from the IMF, will now be monitored in the same manner as cross-border land acquisitions or spectrum license purchases. This methodology offers greater than ever transparency, which various nations are managing digital assets. And as you know, El Salvador is a Bitcoin country. They were the first country to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And of course, the response from the crypto community varies heavily. Some interpret the manual as a grand acknowledgement of Bitcoin's stature, while others are warning that too much must not be made of the report. Max, Bitcoin advisor to Salvadoran President Bukele, asserted the IMF acknowledges Bitcoin as digital gold, but that the IMF did not endorse any such status as outlined here. Breaking, the IMF just recognized Bitcoin as de facto digital gold. Sources confirm the IMF is adding Bitcoin to their own reserves and will soon include Bitcoin in their SDR basket/index as well. And meanwhile, crypto using countries will be the ones to gain the most from these new reporting formats. For example, in Nigeria alone, more than 35% of the adults claim to use or possess cryptos, as revealed in the 2023 KuCoin report, probably much higher now, and that's due to many of their local currencies hyperinflating. Many of them use stablecoins or Bitcoin or the likes because they can't trust their government-issued currencies any longer. It's kind of similar to the US dollar. Now, though the guide does not give legal status to the cryptos, it is an important step towards realizing their international economic significance. Banks and governments will be able to track and report crypto transactions across borders using clear and consistent methods. The IMF upgrade marks an increasing recognition of cryptos as a significant element of the global financial system, despite controversies surrounding their future role. But there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts on what I just shared with the big news. China is buying Bitcoin as the global hash war continues. They're working with Russia to launch their own gold-backed stablecoin, and that the US dollar-backed stables, they don't want them to undermine their sovereignty. And if you don't know, now you know. Let me know your thoughts. I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. How can they call it non-financial? I don't get it. Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. Great show as always, JB. Thank you. Clear. Respect, brother. Greatly appreciate that, Scott. Thank you. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Welcome to the Q&A session. We're live and in the flesh. I'll stick around for another hour and we'll do some live Q&A. I'll read all your comments out loud, and this is a perfect opportunity to get your questions addressed. I'll do my very best, I promise. Cheers, fam. We're back in the green. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Did China stop selling Bitcoin? I haven't heard it. I haven't heard of them offloading any Bitcoin any time recently. So if I was to guess, I would speculate every major nation, if not already acquiring Bitcoin, whether directly or indirectly, and when I say indirectly, through miners or some way, somehow having exposure to it, maybe ETFs, etc., then they're entertaining it and having discussions behind closed doors. They have to. It's a strategic play. The United States already made their move, right? So it's up to them to play. They can't just not be a part of it. They would get left behind. As Max once shared, there can only be one Bitcoin superpower in the world. Will it be the United States? Will it be Russia? Will it be China? Will it be India? Will it be Brazil? Who will it be? There's only enough room for one. Only one nation is going to be able to acquire millions of Bitcoin. No, it's not many nations can do that, right? Think of it this way. 21 million Bitcoin could ever be in circulation. Let's just speculate 5 million are lost, gone, or frozen and cannot ever be moved ever again. That takes us down to 16 million. 1 million Bitcoin already belong to the ETFs and the institutions. Michael Saylor, his company already has 500,000 Bitcoin. I speculate Max and Stacy have 1 million Bitcoin. The United States is proposing purchasing 1 to 5 million Bitcoin. Are you starting to see the bigger picture? There's not enough Bitcoin, right? So hypothetically, let's say Trump takes Saylor's advice and they come up with a strategic plan over the course of the next 10, 20 years to acquire 25% of the Bitcoin supply. 5 million plus Bitcoin. Let's just keep it even numbers. 5 million Bitcoin. No other country is going to be able to do the same thing. So these other countries are in a race to adopt Bitcoin. Who's going to do it faster? Who's going to do it first? Who's going to do it bigger? Well, Bukele already has the first mover's advantage. But the difference, overall, they're a poor country. Hence why they only have 6,000 Bitcoin. Michael Saylor's making like insane purchases, like $1 billion purchases, like it's nothing, right? Saylor's making a purchase of Bitcoin in 1 week, acquiring Bitcoin more than Bukele and El Salvador have achieved in the past, 4 years. It's more money, more wealth, right? The United States is a very wealthy nation, though the debt is very real at, 37 trillion or something like that. Well, there's ways budget neutral to acquire Bitcoin. How can you do it as a nation without costing taxpayers a dime? You trade your strategic gold reserves, right? After all, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Trade the fool's money, the fool's gold, for the real hardest asset, the apex predator. And there you go. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. We need 92 to avoid the red march. Oopsie, too late to pick the game. So play the one that's already picked to sit on the bench. Whatever, just to play. Tom Cruise and the IMF have helped lots of countries. Why say Tom Cruise? It's transactional, but they don't consider it actual money. They only consider the money printed by the central banks to be the financial assets and the instruments. Bitcoin, finite limit. Yeah. So Bitcoin is perfect money. For the first time in human history, we have perfect money. Why is it perfect? Finite limited supply. Very first time in human history, we have money they can't print more of or create more of or find more in the ground like gold and precious metals, which really aren't that precious. Just saying. Besides that, unconfiscatable. Never in the history of the world have we had individual property rights, individual sovereignty. It's never existed before, right? If you put your wealth in property, a judge can sign an order and they can confiscate the house from you and give it to someone else in the matter of a lawsuit. They can just make up some bogus charges like they did with the Tates and accuse them, like they do every men not already blackmailed and under the influence. They'll just accuse you of a heinous crime and then they'll seize everything you own. With Bitcoin, they can't do that. So you finally have true individual property rights that provide individual sovereignty and it's unconfiscatable. Right? And it's perfect. There's a finite limited supply. It's also pristine collateral. It's perfect collateral. Mark my motherfucking words. Every bank in the future will take your Bitcoin as collateral to borrow money against it. Because if they didn't, they'd be retarded and out of business. When that day is coming, it will be very soon. When precisely, I don't know. But it's happening, Captain. Oh, the Impossible Mission 4. I guess I haven't seen it. I got to catch up with my Mission Impossibles. Apparently. GameStop adding the Bitcoin, Apple adding the Bitcoin, Microsoft, remember their shareholders earlier in the year were contemplating adding the Bitcoin? Bro, it's happening. It's motherfrickin' happening. We got the United States of America, strategic Bitcoin reserve. If I told you this motherfucking news 5 years ago, you wouldn't have believed me. You'd be like, no way. The institutions aren't coming. Wall Street hates Bitcoin. Government hates Bitcoin. And while everyone was fudding that, saying there's no way. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's the biggest enemy of all the evil people in the world. They'll never adopt it. There was one man who had a different train of thought. His name's Max. He said, you know what? Everyone's going to have to adopt Bitcoin. Every nation is going to adopt Bitcoin. And he coined the term. There's going to be a global hash war where they're going to be competing to mine the Bitcoin and get their hands on the Bitcoin because the last to have it is going to be the biggest loser. There's only so much to go around. And here we are, 2025. It's happening. You know what I mean? The free world is accumulating Bitcoin. Strategic reserve. Done deal. No longer speculation. No longer a theory. No longer wishful thinking. It's already done. Done deal. Hey, what up? How you doing, Walter? Watching the Bitcoin Summit. Which Bitcoin Summit? Is there a Bitcoin Summit going on I didn't know of? History lesson. Voltaire, a famous French philosopher, stated back in 1720, all fiat eventually always returns to its intrinsic value. Zero. Facts. And if you don't know, now you know. Fiat equals the Shiat. Precisely. And it's not shiatsu massage either. It's Shiat. So don't get it twisted. What up, brother? Welcome to the live stream. And again, welcome everyone joining us. I'm just ranting. This is the Q&A segment of the stream. I'm going to attempt to play a music video. It may or may not work. And if it doesn't work, I'll just show you where to find it. But it's a brand new music video by Chandy called Bitcoin Presidents, and it is lit. Sit back and enjoy the hash war. Precisely. Smoke a little hash while you're at it, broskies. Happy 420. If Satoshi is still alive, I bet he is sitting back laughing. That's right. And I dare say, if Satoshi is alive, he's watching the podcast right now, incognito style, just to see the nip. Some CNN account live streamed the few-week-old summit, and everyone thought it was live from today. Oh, so you're probably watching the, I think it was March 7th, the Crypto White House Summit. Yeah, that's old news. It was 3 weeks ago. Chandy is the Bitcoin president herself. We need more JV conspiracy story time. I got you, big dog. Shout out Joe Sagarabe. Thank you for subbing. No one did the Bitcoin pod. It's made from paper or linen, a perfect toilet paper. Signed by the famous people. How wonderful is that? Not so Mr. Wonderful, is it? All right. Shout out Fax. Good to have you here, broski. Yeah, we're going to attempt to play a video if the audio plays. Give me a second. Let's see if it plays. If it does play, the name of the song is called Bitcoin Presidents, brand new music video by Chandy 10 Music. And did it freeze? I don't know what happened. It looks stuck. I think I look stuck. Shit. Nah, it's not gonna go. My entire going on. What the frick? I'm gonna try it again. You never know. Yeah, it's not gonna play, bro. It froze twice in a row. Super sketchy. No audio and frozen. So I'm going to have to get off this scene just so it doesn't mess up the stream. But we tried. Is it going to fix it? Oh, shit. All right, it fixed it. But yeah, it wasn't a good idea. It froze my entire setup. I don't know what was going to happen there. But so what we'll end up doing, let me fix my volume. Being I can't play the music video on the stream, I'm just going to encourage everyone to go to Chandy's direct link on X. Chandy, if you can drop it, and let's blow it up for her, and you can enjoy the music video there, and we'll just play the audio here, if that's cool. And I'm going to show you where to find it really quick. Make sure you're following Chandy 10 Music, the #1 Bitcoin music channel. Chandy 10 Music is her username on X, and I would encourage you. You're going to notice it pinned at the very top, and she's going to drop the direct link in the chat for you guys. But you can watch the music video there as we're listening to the song. And if you guys can hit the repost, let's blow it up. I want to make sure Bukele sees that because it's a very powerful message here in this song. And fantastic jammy jam. So let's play the audio. You guys know where to watch the video. Repost it, and let's freaking go. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Let me just find the audio here for you guys. And I'll be reading the comments as we're playing the song, so feel free to keep the comments moving. Much appreciated. Where my Bitcoin presidents at? Here we go. Enjoy.
Now there's a few less misplaced terrorists on our land. Trump and Bukele make their stand. A survivor alliance, a best in the world leader kind of highest.
Yeah, I should be good now. I was frozen for a few seconds when I tried to play the video. So we're just going to do the audio. And again, watch the video on Chandy's X account as we're jamming out to it. And just hit the repost. Let's blow that up. Again, I want to make sure Bukele sees that one.
Borders locked, planes in the sky. Prison they earned, a lesson they learned. Least they escaped the urn. A judge wrote orders, tried to demand, but the plane was gone, already off land. Too late to turn, oceans away. Bukele said,
oops, too late.
they touched down, head shaved clean, marched in rows. No more schemes, steel doors closed, the chains held tight. Justice served before first light. Some men bear burdens most never could. Decisions made not for want but for should. Bukele walked where others ran. Justice wasn't vengeance, it was the plan. MS-13 held the streets in blood. Extortion, fear, corruption's flood. Now inside, CCOT fate is sealed. No more terror, streets can heal. Trump called them animals, spoke the truth. Now the system answers proof. Borders locked.
Yeah, I appreciate the reminder. Sometimes bots are doing a new scam where they'll pretend they're giving you their seed phrase, and then it's a reverse way for them to hack you. Never trust anybody, especially random people you've never heard from before, because I'll tell you in advance, 10 out of 10 times, it's always a scam. Trust nobody. I mean, verify everything.
Criminals bound, Bitcoin rises, nation found. The world said it can't be done.
That's a good question, Richard. I'm not sure the answer on that. I've heard some speculation that he is part of that. Like, I don't know the exact percentage, so I don't want to speak illy or misinform anyone. I don't know. If anyone has clarification on that, let me know.
But Trump and Bukele made him run. Fiat fades, Bitcoin reigns. Hash wars start, the game has changed. Doing, doing, doing.
And DNA reminder, he's trying to get to 50 subs. Let's show him some support. His YouTube username is DNA Noonan 631. If you guys can subscribe, support the Biddy fam. Cheers.
Tell him that justice is round the bend. Tell him that truth's gonna come again. Tell him that Bitcoin's rising now. Trump's gonna cut you down. Bukele's gonna cut you down.
Hilarious find, facts. The news article, plane passenger caught smuggling gold nuggets in his rectum to avoid taxes. Bitcoin fixes this. Precisely. And more than likely, it must have been Peter Schiff. I mean, who else would it be? Good find.
US debt, fake money high. Printed out, watch nations die. Stock marketing.
Come on, fam. This song deserves at least 200 hearts. She's at 174. We have 1,312 people watching this try stream on X Rumble and YouTube. Make sure you follow Chandy10. Give it a heart. Let's get over 200 today. And let's blow this mofo up, and let's make sure we get Bukele's attention. I think he'll really enjoy the Jammy Jam. Let's go.
The star in the sea, the star is BTC, set it free. Man on a mission, 2-year clock. Hash wars coming, nations locked. Fiat's weak, the end is near. Bitcoin stands, nothing to fear. In CCOT's walls, they now confide. Bukele stands, no place to hide. Once plagued by murders, now numbers fall. His people's trust, heeding the call. Trump's mandate clear, borders defend, protecting citizens, steadfast to the end. Both leaders stand, unwavering hands, guiding their nations, fulfilling demands. The orange pill stands where leaders rise.
Yeah, who else would it be? I don't know anyone else who likes putting gold bars up their rectum.
Justice reigns, truth survives. Trump saw the weapon, Bukele took aim. Sovereign money, no more games. Trump saw the weapon, Bukele.
Shortcoin says Bukele's grandparents were Palestinian Christians.
Bukele took aim. Sovereign money, no more games. Ledger don't lie, can't be erased. proof of work.
Gold arse bandit. Precisely.
The code is placed. Fiat falls, the debt runs wild.
Yeah, Chandy or anyone, if you can drop the direct link to the post on X with the video, that'd be helpful because then people can just click on it.
Bitcoin stands pure fortified. Doing, doing, doing.
It'd be so sick to see them both walk out to this at an event. Oh my God, that'd be insane. You're right. Imagine that, Chandy. I can envision it right now. The Trumpster and Bukele walking out on stage together at a Bitcoin conference, hosted by Crypto News Alerts to Chandy's Bitcoin President's Jammy Jam. How about those apples? I saw the Toyota on the back of the Cybertruck. That was funny.
Tell them that justice is round the bend. Tell them that truth's gonna come again. Tell them that Bitcoin's rising now. Trump's gonna cut you down. Bukele's gonna cut you down. Different lands, they walk their path. Both men refuse to bow their heads. Some say fate is just a game, but how do you explain two men the same? One saves a nation, the other the land, and Bitcoin moves in both their hands. It wasn't coincidence, wasn't by chance.
Powerful Jammy Jam again, fam. Brand new song and music video. It's called Bitcoin Presidents. You can find it exclusively right now at Chandy10 Music on X. I'm sure soon it'll be up on our YouTube, but right now I believe it's only on X. So let's blow it up on X, and then we'll blow it up on YouTube. Direct link in the live chat. eGenerate says, if only there was a way to digitize gold and put it on a small device and not have to put it up your butt. I know. There is your Colota. What's wrong with a bit of gold up the arse?
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52.
We built the stacked revolutionary love shack. And just like that, Nippinator's up and about. Again, welcome y'all joined us. This is Q&A segment of the stream. We covered all the latest bitty news. I'm going to stick around for like another 30 minutes, hang out with the fam. Great opportunity to share anything you like, and I'll read your comments out loud. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
We built a bitty
Stacked revolutionary love shack, boo. I'm stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me.
Hey, Chandy, are you going to put your tunes on iTunes anytime soon? Good question from the Oracle.
No Diddy, no Jay-Z.
Yeah, what I would advise, being I fuck with iTunes, I've been on iTunes, over 10 years. My first podcast was called Weird Entrepreneurs, even before I got into the crypto sphere. So I have a lot of experience with podcasting. But yeah, what you can do is ultimately get your RSS feed and then use a service where you can just upload your RSS feed, and then it'll appear on every podcasting platform in existence. That's basically what I do with Crypto News Alerts. So Libsyn was the very first syndication platform I used. So Chandy, look into Libsyn. It's like LYB, maybe SYN or something like that. But you basically just use one of the podcasting platforms for syndication, and then you just upload it once via your RSS feed, and then it's going to go everywhere. That's how podcasting works. So you can have it on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. I would advise, if you're trying to get, obviously, more people to listen to your music. Currently, I use Megaphone, which is Spotify's platform. It's like a sister company under the same umbrella. And that's how I monetize my podcasts, through the podcasting side, which are the audios. That's where the majority of my income comes from, actually, through the monetization from the audio, which is the podcast version of the show. Believe it or not, I make more money through the ads on Spotify and iTunes than I do on YouTube, significantly more. Like, YouTube is kind of a joke. X is a joke when it comes to monetization, unless you're just a big-breasted woman. It may be a little different. But my breasts are way too tiny. I dare say A cups, and I get no love from the algorithm. Zero. Shout out Barek. I appreciate the super brother. Respect. This one's for you. And any lizard folks watching, be careful. Bukele is going to cut you down. Tired, 24/7, busy. Word up. I love to download your music so you can play it without having to have YouTube open. Right on. And there's a select 21 of you who were at the Crypto News Alerts 100K Fiesta, and you got access to the magical thumb drive with all of Chandy's music, so you don't need to download none. So maybe Oracle as a gift, because I have 2 left. Actually, I got 3 left. One's definitely for me, but I dare send one of these to you as a gift, so you have it. You missed our party, and that way you have it. But yeah, the only way you got one of those is if you attended the fiesta. Some of our gifts were cigars for the broskies, the Chandy playlist on the USB drive, and the hats. We gave everyone a hat, a USB drive, and a cigar. You're very welcome, Oracle. I appreciate all your gifts. Maybe we'll throw some bonus tracks on there. I think she may have even thrown bonus tracks that are never shared elsewhere, specifically on that drive. I got to look it up. Chandy says, I don't know, I'm tired. Maybe just make a Google Drive folder. YouTube doesn't deserve my songs. Liars, horrible lizard folk. Yeah, they always sabotage us, these mofos. But you got to keep in mind, that's where everyone is. And as much as I hate YouTube, I'm on it all day watching people's videos. As much as I hate it, I'm on it all the time. And everyone else who says they hate YouTube is probably on it all day as well. So that's why we're on YouTube. My husband wore his Bukele hat. Nice. And I asked his college friends if they knew who he was. Did they know or no idea? You going to do a 250 party? Wasn't planning on it. Let's see how we do this year. Like, if it's a slow grind and it doesn't look feasible 250, then it's a big deal. But if we just like blow past 100 right to 2, we may be at 250 within the next 3 months. There's no telling. We're in a bull. Reminder, March of 2020 to March of 2021, Bitcoin went up by a factor of 10x. From 6,000 to 60,000, hitting the 69,000 all-time high in November of 2021. So if we can go up by a factor of 10x in 12 months, shit. Are we going to go up another 10x? Is history going to repeat? Are we going to blow past the 200,000 range right to 800,000 is all I'm saying? I don't know. So we'll see. I watch YouTube, not TV. Same here. And yep, we're all hypocrites. Exactly. We just like hating on the lizard folk, but it's all good. No, they did not know until I told them. Right on. YouTube is playing some serious games today. Anyone else having problems getting through the AI upload process? For real. That sucks. I downloaded the President's song. I really like that one. I'm glad you like it. You know what I need to do, Chandy? I need to update the 4-hour playlist for the Pump Watch, because you probably got like another half a dozen new songs, which we haven't included yet from, the Bitcoin sharks to the rooster dragon, obviously Bitcoin presidents. There may have been a couple of other ones as well, because we haven't updated that playlist since I think the 100K Fiesta song at the time. That's why it's always first on the playlist, followed by the Stack and Sats Jammy Jam. But I need to update that when I get a chance. Yeah, YouTube, there's so much content, and there's so much new content every day. Like, if you follow people and they're like regulars, every day it's like new video, new video, new video. And it's just like, it's your choice. What am I going to watch? Cosmocom, welcome, brother. Let me check my X feed again. And again, welcome everyone joining us. This is just a Q&A segment. We're chillaxing. China's going to buy the biddy. Russia as well. Russia and China. China and Russia. Thank you, Panda the Prophet, best crypto stream out there. Get the news and the truth. Cheers, brother. Just hit you with a repost. Thank you, JC. I don't know. I guess I missed you guys repost earlier, so better late than never. Appreciate that. And just reposting everyone. And also, heads up, fam, this is my secondary account. It's called BTC News Alerts. If you can follow this account as well, I appreciate that. I also use it to repost you guys. So much appreciated. And for those that don't know, I also have a secondary YouTube channel. I don't really promote it often enough, but I do post on it every day. And it's called clips.cryptonewsalerts.net. And it's where I post the short format content, shorts and clips. The channel you're watching right now is all the long format. We do a 2-hour stream, sometimes multiple hours. And then we do our premieres on the main channel, which are typically 30 minutes or so, give or take.
Stacking the biddy like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the biddy like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Hollow house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em.
Yeah, we're holding, never folding. Okay, for Serge's daughter, gotta play the tapeworm, JV, just gotta. Can't. It's on the playlist, but I don't have it loaded up on the Roadcaster. I think we overrode it with something newer. But yeah, the tapeworm machine. On the machine, yeah. We have a lot. I mean, what else can we play here? I mean, we have a decent catalog, but yeah, that one's not on it. The China show YouTube suggests. China. Aw, shucks. Exactly. Shucker doodles. As they say in the hood. Shucker doodles. We need to summon the all-time high. It feels like eternity since we hit it. 2 months.
9999999. Hey, goodbye. Bitcoin's climb and watch it soar.
Want to see where Nippy is? Wait for it. Let me know if you spotted him. It's like finding Waldo. Yeah, I don't know why. He sleeps in that particular bed in my room. I move it to my room. So maybe he's just like, it's like a different mattress. Sometimes he likes it more firm. Sometimes he likes it softer. But there's the chairman sleeping on the job. What's the other links for the socials? So in the YouTube description and Rumble description, I link all the networks I'm on. So for example, maybe I can pull that up really quick. So on YouTube, this is my mobile. But when you click on more in the description, there's all sorts of options. There's a tip option if you wanted to send me a tip. There's merch. You can purchase merch to help support the stream. We have a Patreon. You can support us through the Patreon. We have memberships of the channel. You can become a member, like such as the HODL Gang. Help support us, MicroStrategy members and Satoshi members. You can send Bitcoin donations via the Bitcoin network. We even accept Ethereum donations, which will most likely get traded for Bitcoin. And what else we got in here? These are all the networks you can follow me. X. Clips is my secondary YouTube channel specific for short content. We also have an Espanol channel. My apologies. I got 3 YouTube channels. It's just the Espanol channel has not been active in a long time. I'll keep it 100. We also have a Rumble. Obviously, we're streaming on it. We have a Discord for those that didn't know, and it's free to join all these things. iTunes. Listen to the pod, Spotify. Of course, we have a Telegram. So we have all ways for you guys to connect. It's all 100% free. So I would encourage you guys to plug in to everything. So if God forbid something would happen on one platform, you can still get the message from another platform. The Nippinator is live. Exactly. He's a good boy. Love you, Nippinator. The Chairinator. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm buying my daughter her adult bedroom set. Nice. Is this Amari? She is going to be 18. Well, she's no longer a kid. She's a grown woman. Fantastic. What kind of bedroom set did she pick out? Or are you surprising her? Is there a specific theme? Or is she too old for a theme? Let me know. That's awesome. Oh, update. Eczema. More recently, I did a sauna session, and it's ironic. My mom's like, don't do the sauna no more. Because it creates like skin conditions sometimes. And long story short, I went in the sauna, and after I got out, eczema appeared, and the worst I've ever experienced. And I was like, my mom was right. But long story short, listen to your mothers, gentlemen. And number 2, I found something that's been helping with the eczema because, there's no cure. And there's a million solutions that you can find, and virtually nothing works. And a lot of them make it worse. I've tried so much already. Trust me. From wearing all cotton, polyester is very bad. So like all my boxers are 100% cotton. I ordered all 100% cotton shorts, no more basketball shorts. Because whenever I sweat, I'd always get these rashes. And then the mother frickin' sauna exasperated it, like very bad. Coconut oil helps with soothing it and moisturizing it, but it didn't really help with the pain. One thing has helped more than anything else, and it's black seed oil. I shit you not. I came across a video and they're like, yeah, black seed oil helps do this. I already had the black seed oil. I already take black seed oil, but I put it on topically, just the oil instead of coconut oil, and it helped tremendously. It instantly gets rid of, if you ever have it like flaring up and it's like so motherfucking itchy, put on some motherfucking black seed oil. And it looks like all the swellingness and those red patches have all calmed down, but it's still there, hasn't gone away completely, but I'm kind of confident if I stick with the black seed oil, it's just going to get better and better. So I ordered a bunch more black seed oil. I'm going to start taking it every day because I only have a little bit left, so I've been using it topically, but take it every day, ingest a teaspoon or tablespoon, and you can also use it on any skin rash, and it just helps your skin. It's like a miracle. But everything else, nothing, right? Anything doctors recommend is not going to work. Try the castor oil. Thank you, Oracle. So yeah, there are oils that definitely help cope with it. But black seed oil, by far, like I'm sold. Black seed oil is the best solution I have found thus far. And I will be doing everything in my power to get rid of it because I don't accept there's no cure. I understand there's a cure to everything. The underlying issue is typically something to do with your gut health. So it may just be a matter of stopping to eat particular foods. I know all dairy is bad. I have a cheese issue where I like to eat cheese. Obviously, cheese is a dairy food, so that's maybe one of the poisons I need to eliminate from my diet. And I know I'm just talking out loud here, just thinking out loud, but I was very happy to find black seed oil is effective with, combating the eczema, because it sucks. If you guys have ever had eczema, it's no joke. Yep, and everything in my house is natural. Like all my soap is 100% natural and organic. My laundry detergent, my softener, everything. I mean, I'm very health conscious, have been for a very long time, so that's not the issue. Could also try ivermectin. Ironic you mentioned that. I do have ivermectin, and I took one the other day. I don't have the paste, though. I have the pills that kills fungus and parasites and things of that nature. I haven't fasted in a while. That's probably something I should begin again. I know fasting helps tremendously with eczema as well. So I'm monitoring everything I eat. If something makes it worse, then I will avoid it. But it's been an interesting journey, to say the least. Hemp seed oil suggested. Thank you, Richard. JV, I get eczema too. Hot springs is not good. The other day I jokingly said cauterize. I meant probably a different word. What is that one? You burn it off. Yeah, I have no idea. You talking lasers? My son gets eczema too when it's dry. Like Dr. Christopher's black ointment. Is it black seed oil? 12-hour fast for the human growth hormone suggests. Yeah, I may go back to intermittent fasting. The only reason I stopped was to gain weight. I intermittent fasted religiously for about 8 years. Best shape of my life. Everything was great. But I wanted to gain weight, and I found it extremely difficult to gain weight as you intermittent fast. So that's the only reason I stopped. Hey, man, I'll be on Puerto Rico, 5/29. Maybe run into you. You never know what you're doing in Puerto Rico. Let me know. I did a 72-hour, and it helped a lot of things. Good to know, brother. I can only imagine if I fasted 72 hours, my weight will drop from 140 pounds to like $125. And it won't be good because it took me like 2 years to get the weight on. That's what I'm scared of. I struggle to gain weight. That's been my biggest challenge in my health, journey, is maintaining the weight, because I guess I have a strong metabolism. It just burns fat. I don't store fat. Carnivore, that's what they say. Some people say a carnivore diet cures everything. I don't know if I believe it. And by the way, I'm the opposite. I'm a vegetarian. I haven't eaten meat since I was 16. So some of you may say that's your problem. And then some people say eggs is the best thing you could eat to combat eczema. And then other people say eggs gives them eczema flares. So every person is different, is bigger picture here. There isn't one solution for everyone. What may work for you or another may not work for the other and have the opposite effect. It just is what it is. One of the common conditions they say is dehydration. And maybe I'm not drinking enough water. I always try to have a big bottle of water near. I'm drinking alkaline water. I still always, my skin seems to be dehydrated by default. So I don't know how much damn water I can drink, but I'm trying. Thank you, Ethan. He became a member of the Huddle Gang for 15 months. Much respect, brother. This gong strike is for you. Cigars and nicotine, JV. Well, I hear the caffeine in the coffee is good, so I up my coffee game. Not quite where JC's at, but I'm working on it. I had 3 cups of coffee today. I've been a vegetarian since 26, but make up for it with the wine. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We've both been vegetarian most of our lives. That's pretty cool. We have that in common. Not many people can say that. Yeah, so that's a challenge. I need to drink more water because dehydration is one of the symptoms that cause eczema. So if I was to speculate, I say that's probably the core symptom. I don't think it's stress. They say stress, JV, stress. I'm no more stressed with Bitcoin today at 87,000 than when it was 2,000 many years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm skeptical on that one. But maybe dehydration, I'll give it that. I could do better hydrating. I mean, caffeine. Caffeine in my canteen, stacking the biddy. But there's nothing worse than an eczema flare. It feels like an army of fucking fire ants are all biting you at the same time, or like getting stung by like multiple bees at the same time. You know how like irritating the sting is? When that shit flares, bro, holy fuck. I don't know how people do it. And my shit's little. There's people that get eczema, their entire face is covered with it. Crazy shit. I don't know how people deal with it. I have dry skin and use olive oil. I started taking olive oil. I don't put it on the skin. There's only so many topical things I can put on. And they do say those types of oils are good. You know, coconut oil, olive oil, and again, black seed oil. Put it directly on your eczema and tell me how it works. JB, what if it did it to you? You were a bit stressed when I was there. Oh, you're saying you did it? No, you absolutely didn't. Because I already had tiny hard spots. They're on my hips out of all places. Identical spots, like right on my hip, maybe the size of a nickel. They were like hard spots, but they weren't like crazy itchy and they weren't blotchy or red. They were just like white discolored hard spots. And then after I went in the motherfucking sauna for 33 minutes at 150 degrees, fucking shit escalated. And my mom was right. And I'm like, holy fuck, what happened? And then shit started going crazy. The worst I've ever seen it. And the spots expanded from like nickel size to now like that. And I don't want it to spread all over. So I'm like, I got to figure this shit out. And so now I'm going crazy trying to find a solution, cure. And thus far, black seed oil, best result thus far on my journey. But I'll keep you posted. Let me know if anyone else suffers from any form of skin thing. Psoriasis is something my brother has. Extreme psoriasis he has. I have this eczema, just appeared. I'm 42 years old, never had eczema before in my life, just magically appeared after the damn sauna session. So now I can't even go in the sauna. And that was one of my favorite things to do. Pretty fucked up, right? Try the Dead Sea mud. It helps. Thank you, TG. Good to know. Feeling bad for SEC. Y'all, though he said, y'all be a handful I can never forget. No spreading of the thingy on JV going the gong. Exactly. We need to eradicate eczema altogether from every human being. I hear it's like a lot of people have some form of eczema. It's crazy. So this one's for y'all. Oracle says no skin things. I have the nerve damage word. You boiled yourself, apparently, like a crab in a bucket, a lobster in the tank. I get rashes going into the hot springs. Yeah, so like, I'll be honest. Part of the reason I stopped playing basketball every day is like I get rashes when I'm in extreme heat and working out. I don't even play basketball like barely anymore. Like, you know what I mean? So it's fucked up. I got to figure this shit out. Because in a perfect world, I'd play basketball every day. I'd go in the sauna every day. It's one of my favorite things to do. But if I sweat too much, fucking skin problems. Drives me crazy, man. Craziness. And FYI, I have no COVID vaccine. Granted, I got all the vaccines as a kid because my parents didn't know any better. I obviously didn't know any better. And some people say it's a result of the childhood vaccines. You get older, some people, it affects worse than others. And probably some truth to that because vaccines are bad news. There's some people that get the vaccine and instantly get eczema breakouts. You know what I mean? Yeah, weird nerve things in me too. The Oracle, weird new things drives me nuts. Hemp oil, thank you, Richard. Some were saying CBD oil as well. And there's also like, there's like cannabis lotions that can help with it. There's so many, that's what I'm saying. There's so many things to help deal with it. But the fucked up part, there's no cure. The only one claiming there is a cure is Dr. Sebi. He claims there's a cure for everything with an alkalized diet. But obviously, it's going to be quite the journey. You know what I mean? But I'm up for it. Maybe that's my challenge on this earth. Figure out how to fucking cure eczema. I don't know. I have unvaxxed sperm as well. Good. That's how you like it. Keep it that way. There's a cream called 3B cream for rashes. It works great. I use it when I play football. Well, what kind of rashes we talking? Because I've had all sorts of like rashes over the years that would just go away with a regular, solution. But eczema, different story, different beast. You know what I mean? You've hit the age where us men start getting stuff. I've got one toenail fungus. I hate that as well. That's another thing that runs in my family. Like my grandfather had like a fungus in the toenail, and one of my feet, similar, like big toe has a fungus on it, and I hate it. I've tried lots of things over the years. Nothing has ever worked. And I also understand it's probably something to do with my diet. That's what everything points back to. It's your gut health. But I try, I don't say I haven't tried. Yeah, I have a pretty big tub with a Sharpie in black written detox, all the oils and the bath stuff, salts, the baking soda. Baking soda is another magical cure. Patch test, and at least take that out of the equation. Not Epsom salts, natural salts, Redmond's to be exact, 1 cup of the salt for the. And thank you guys for being my therapy. So I don't get to share this with anyone else. So you guys know all my personal inner dealings here. I got savage mosquito bites on my elbow, driving me nuts. Probably a Bill Gates. Oh, that sucks. Artificial mosquitoes. JV, try anything with good bugs and like yogurts. Fairgrounds, apple cider vinegar, colloidal silver for the fungus toes. Word. Apple cider vinegar, obviously. Always use sandals in the country club, JV, and towels and shit. I currently don't belong to any country clubs, so I can't say that's the cause. It's not using anyone else's towels. I only use my own. We're all each other's therapists. That's why we stay family. Well said. You're here for us every day. It's the least we can do. Appreciate it, brother. Richard, yes, we're talking on a live stream about apple cider vinegar on a Bitcoin pod. How do you like those apple cider vinegars? But yeah, so thus far, again, black seed oil, couldn't recommend it enough if anyone's dealing with any sort of itchiness in their skin, because it solves it great. Like, for example, I put it on before I take a shower, clean yourself, put it on, no itching at all for the first time since it appeared with black seed oil. Zero itch. It just eliminates it. Nothing else works like that. Even the coconut oil, though it moisturizes, it doesn't eliminate the itch. It's something to do with the antifungal whatever the fuck it does. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a doctor. But black seed oil is very miraculous, and I am extremely impressed with the results thus far. I've only been using it a couple of days on the eczema, and again, zero itch at night. 2 thumbs motherfucking up. Lidocaine cream for the bites. Haven't heard of that one. But as a show of hands, how many of you in the chat actually have some form of eczema or a psoriasis? Some form of skin condition? Let me know. It makes me feel better. I'm not alone. As crazy as that sounds. We're in this together, broskies. And of course, cannabis helps medicinally. We do what we want, talk about what we want. So my doctor said no to ivermectin when he thought I meant for the virus, but he said yes when I explained the parasite fears. That is weird. It's because they're paid to tell you what to do, and they got to follow their protocol, is my assumption. Does it hurt liver? I don't know what you mean there. Does what hurt your liver? It is your diet, but only the lectines. Like if liver has issues, the Oracle ivermectin. Oh, does ivermectin hurt the liver? I don't know. Good question for the Oracle. Maybe spiritual warfare. Oh, so Sega, you have some form of skin condition as well. Welcome to the club, brother. So yeah, so my solutions off the top of the head to deal with it: black seed oil, no more motherfucking polyester, artificial fabrics like this shirt, FYI, is an example of polyester. It's not cotton. But again, my shorts and boxers are cotton. My sheets are cotton. My comforter is cotton. Stop using synthetics, which are only going to exasperate and cause more problems. You know what I mean? So I do know that for a fact. Cotton is breathable when you have a skin condition, and synthetics are very bad. I would eliminate those from your lifestyle and use natural detergents, natural soaps, natural shampoos, natural conditioners. Just 101 right there. And then hydrate, drink a lot of motherfucking water. If you can drink alkaline water, it's better to drink alkalized water than dead water, which is 7.0, which is typical. Ginger helps out tremendous. Anything that helps with inflammation. So besides the black seed oil, I take turmeric supplements. I love my ginger shot. Every day I go get a fresh ginger shot. Turmeric, cayenne pepper. These are all great anti-inflammatories. They're all helping. But like I said, nothing has miraculously made it disappear yet. And the closest thing I got is the black seed oil. And I've tried fucking everything over the past couple of weeks. Drink Saratoga water. I'll look that up. Not familiar with it, doctor, but thank you. Yes, need some people have issues with some trainers. Cotton, wools, and hemp, JV. So hemp is another option. I also hear silk is a light option. Thus far, I'm doing cotton, and so far so good. 100% cotton. If you can get organic cotton, even better. I can't believe we're already 6:05. I've lost track of the time. Make sure you add salts to your water. Yeah, like for example, the Himalayan or Celtic salt. I use the Himalayan pink salt. Good point. Vitamin D3, that's another thing. One of the online doctors has recommended 20,000 IU a day. I was only doing 10,000, so maybe I'll up my vitamin D3. Also, I take vitamin C, and I also take zinc because zinc helps with the skin issues I've also read. So, like, I take every healthy supplement you could imagine. That's why I'm so, like, in fucking shock that I have a skin condition. Like, I thought I was health conscious, apparently not. JV fish oil. I take fish oil. I know it has the omegas in it. I take like 20 motherfucking supplements a day. Like, you name it, I take it. If it's good for you, I probably take it already. Magnesium, that's something I hear I need to take. I'll have to add that to the list. Thank you. Krill oils, thank you. Pink Himalayan salt is good. I'm learning a lot. India liver flukes, I swear, they keep coming back. I was diagnosed a long time ago. I'm taking a lot of the vitamin D. Good. Vitamin D3 we need to boost the immune system, and we need a strong immune system. Hemp and silk mixed together, so strong, so soft. That's what's up. There's the cheat code, hemp and silk. Maybe rockin' silk, smoking the hemp. How about those apples? I know. What the fuck? No one told me this would happen. No one said, JV, when you turn 42, I don't give a fuck what you're doing physically and the fitness and the shape you're in and the diet and whatever goodness you're doing to your body. Eczema is going to strike you down. I wouldn't have believed it. Motherfuckers. K2 and D3, that's what I take together. I'll show you a picture of my supplement. I think I took a picture of it the other day. Oh, this is a cool meme, by the way. How I sleep, knowing my life savings is in Bitcoin. The doing, doing, doing. Bukele with his golden gong. Okay, I don't know where I got lost here in my photos. Let me reopen that. So this is the black seed oil I take and the one I recommend. It's cold press, pure organic. There's no other ingredient. It's just pure black seed oil. Thus far, this has saved my life, because when I say how extreme the motherfucking burning sensation is in the eczema, I'm not exaggerating. And that shit just fucked it up. So I can't recommend this enough. And again, I just ordered 2 more bottles so I can take it every day orally, as well as put it on the eczema. And I believe it's going to go away. And the other vitamins, these are the 3 I make my daughter take every day. The K2D3, the CMOS, and vitamin C, a liquid vitamin C. So it tastes good. So it's easy for my little one to take. But those are the 3 must that she has to take every day, right? And I would recommend all of you to take them as well. I'm not a doctor, not health advice, but they've helped me. They may be able to help you as well. Nipponator! Magnesium glycinate, not magnesium. Let me take a screenshot of that because I wouldn't have known the difference. So you're saying I want the magnesium. And do you recommend the oral liquid magnesium? Or let me know, because some vitamins are better liquid if they don't have a bad taste. Some things, the taste is awful, so it's hard to take the liquid. So let me know, because if it's an awful taste, then I would do the capsules. If it doesn't have a taste, which is what I prefer, I'll do the liquid. That's how I roll. What the hell does that say? Shizandra. Read my last comment. Magnesium glycinate, or before that one? Let me check the chat. We got to stay healthy, folks, because without your health, there's no bitty wealth, my friends. Without your health, there is no bitty wealth. Fuck eczema. Exactly. Hot mate, wait till we get to age 62. Oh my God. Let's not take it there. Come on now. Let me enjoy my 40s, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I'm not sure which comment. If I missed it, JC, just feel free to put it back. Yeah, I'm not doing the hydrocortisone because it doesn't solve anything, and then you get immune to it, and then without it, you get worse. It ends up making your situation worse. I take the capsules. Thank you, Oracle. Kombucha? Kambasashia. Magnesium, I take it melts in the mouth. I don't know about melting. It might be in liquid form. Selenium, ashwagandha. I've heard about that, doctor. I agree, JV. Health is important. Then I'm still damn poor. Well, shit. If you have no health, but you have Bitcoin, what do we call them, folks?
Currency as a store of value. We call them poor.
Nipponator. But anyways, fam, shit, time really escaped us today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support. If you haven't already, make sure you repost Bitcoin Presidents. You'll find the Jammy Jam, the new music video on Chandy 10 Music over on X. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back. Same bit time, same bit channel tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Make it a great day. And I'll see you guys soon. Deuces to the fam. Cheers.
Strawberry destiny, under the moon by fire. Strawberry full moon, take me, light it up, fire it up, a fire under a full moon. It's a strawberry yum, fill me up, fill my cup, kind of Bitcoin power.